What's up, everybody? A Spare With a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Stationeers. As you can see, I've been a little bit busy. So yeah, I was trying to not do things that you guys hadn't really seen before and stuff, trying not to do too much stuff off camera, but really needed to get a better setup. As you can see, I've moved like all of my supplies and stuff within my base. I've actually built some walls. And I also moved the solar panel outside here and tested out a theory I had on whether or not you could run cable through a wall. Turns out you can. So, I knew you could. I had seen it in videos and stuff, but I didn't know if you had to do something special or get a special kind of cable. You don't. You just place the cable and it just goes to the wall. So, we've got our solar panel out here. I've got it set up for the next day, because the sun went down, so it should be coming up over there. And yeah, I've got my little base here, excuse me, going. I kind of drilled out a little bit here to make this walkway a little bit better. I'd like to fill in this hole, though. Or I guess I could move the wall, like close the wall out here. I don't know. So, a couple of things that I wanted to go over before we get too far going. Turns out blue is actually the main, or the high level. Green is like a high charge, blue is like a max. So I recharged my beacon. I've made some materials. I did some mining off camera because that's never a bad idea. And I did some smelting off camera. I also have been messing around with the coal stuff, though I did get a comment on not using the coal right away because it actually creates a lot more power than I can make use of, I guess. And so there's a lot of waste without there being a backup battery thing. So there is that. Now, power controllers. There's actually a couple of things I want to go over this episode. I have some supplies over here. I was prepping to build... no, it was not a cable coil. What was I building? It was another machine, and I wasn't going to do it until I did it on camera. Was it an electronics printer? Thinking it was electronics printer. Yeah, I'm thinking it was an electronics printer, because that gives us access to stuff like batteries and things like that, which I'd like to make more of. Sort of. I don't know. I'm making lemonade out of lemons. What I really need to do is get an airlock going, though I've heard that's really super complicated, so I'm not really sure if I'm at a point where I can pull that off just yet. I was also told... Oh, here it is. Okay. Can I grab... Wait. What is that doing? Oh, grab is actually you climbing. Wait, okay, hold on. I gotta test this out. Because I was under a completely different impression for the grab key. I thought it was like if I dropped something, you clicked G to grab it and carry it around. I don't think that's the case. So I can't... So G... I'm very confused on what this actually does. Oh, wait, it kind of did it. So, it's very difficult to see. Oh, wow, that's the sun. Okay. It's very difficult to see. But if I jump, it kind of just slides down. And if I jump and hold, or press G... no, I don't know. I was thinking I was sliding down, but that might just be... So the symbol that has, though, makes me think it's more for climbing than for picking something up. Anyways, moving right along. So I had the power controller kind of wrong before. I'm going to have to remove this cable, I think. Yeah. Okay. So I need a wire cutter. Let's put it right here. Why not? Okay. And I messed around with this a bit off camera, but I didn't end up understanding it correctly. And I'm putting it this way where the data and power comes in and then power goes out. So that we're receiving data and power if we set up this. I think I have the solar panel set up that way, actually. Let me double check. Yes, I did reconfigure the solar panel to where data and power was coming out that way. Okay. Was that the wrong? Oh, it's downward, apparently. I need to tilt it downward. Nope. That's probably too high. Let's do that for now. I really want to get that automated, because that's just really annoying. How's my suit power doing? You know what? This is on medium. Alright, so we're going to play around with this a little bit. First of all, we're going to swap out this battery. There we go. And we'll turn this on for the moment, so we are making use of it. Okay, so I had seen a little bit of this online, so I kind of knew what I was doing up to this part. So you can use a crowbar to open the panel. But it had a battery slot, and I didn't know how that worked exactly, so I didn't want to use it. But as I was actually told that supposedly this is not to power the power controller, this is to charge the power, or it'll also charge this. So I don't know how that works though, because when you pull the battery out, then it turns off. So we're gonna see. We're gonna play around with it and see. That's why I'm using my dying one, because if it's ends up dead, I'm not gonna care really. I replaced it already. Okay. Let's get this set back up. Yeah, so apparently this is supposed to act as a buffer while also allowing you to control power stuff, though I don't really think I have much to control at this point. We have lighting. Oh, it did go to green, so this does charge. Perfect. I can't seem to adjust any of these dials, though, so I'm thinking I need a tool of some kind. That's deconstruct. That's going to close the cover. Screwdriver? Nope. I doubt this is going to work. Okay. So, yeah, I don't really know how you're supposed to interact with this, to be honest. But the battery can both be a buffer or a charger kind of thing. So we're going to leave it as that for now. Once again, I'm going to go out and check on my solar panel because it's probably adjusted by now. That's not too bad. We'll leave it for a little bit. The sweet spot's around 470 or so. If you tilt it at that point, it goes up. Like, it'll lose some of the power until the sun aligns better. And if you go any further back, then you lose more. So that's kind of the sweet spot. Now, unfortunately, with that one solar panel, we do have an issue where if this isn't... Oh, there it goes. It's fully charged now. Well, that's cool. We do have the issue of if a battery is being charged, then basically nothing else really can get too much power. So that's a little bit of a drawback for where we currently are with our power setup. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this going. Now that that's charged, we should have enough power. So it was iron, copper, and gold, I believe. So I have, and this I don't get either. I have a copper in this hand. Oops, no. Copper in this hand, drop them, but I cannot pick them both up, which is really weird because they're both copper, so I don't really understand that. And there should be a gold bar somewhere. There it is. I have 3 of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this on while we have power. And it requires... Oh, I already put iron in there. So, okay, so we have 30 iron. It only needs 22 gold, 10 copper. So I have just enough copper for that. Okay. Put that in there, that in there. And grab this guy. Put that in there. And print the electronic printer. Oh, it takes a minute, though. It's got That is not like building plates. And since I didn't really show it on camera, I was kind of playing around with, okay. I was kind of playing around with how you build and stuff. These are done with iron wall kits and then iron plates. I think I did some of that, maybe? No, I don't think so, actually. So iron frames. Do I have any more wall kits? I might have actually made just what I needed, now that I'm looking at it. So, yeah, you would make... They look kind of like this, but you would make these... iron, they're in here. I don't know if I can mess with this or not, but they're in here and it'll say iron wall kit. In fact, I might even have, let's turn these off. Let's see here. This looks like the end of the list. Oh, I'm going backwards. Okay, that'll take way too long. So it's in here somewhere. Amongst all these building materials, iron frames, steel frames. There we go. So it's an iron wall kit, and essentially you would build those, and you place them kind of like these are shaped. You can place them 1, 2, and 3 to make a wall type of thing. And then you would walk up with iron sheets in your hand and left click and hold or right click or whatever, and it adds them and they end up looking like this. Now, as for the airlock stuff, this is going to be... I really need to get one of those going, I think. I don't know. Because I don't really have any kind of, like, filtration system or anything to give me more air. So I'm not really sure, other than I can just take my helmet off and it doesn't use anything, I guess. So we'll turn you off, pick you up. Okay. Placement is snapped to the grid. What do we need? We have an input there, output there, almost like an auto lathe. Haha, I got it right. Because that is how you actually pronounce that, is an auto lathe. So apparently a lathe is something that like bends and manipulates, not bends, but it manipulates wood, metal, stuff like that through some kind of rotary shaft type thing or something. I looked up the description. It was given to me in one of the comments, and yeah. So how does an airlock work? So I read part of it. I didn't read all of it though. So we need power. We have a power going in, it looks like, and data going in, and nothing on the other side. Placement is snapped to the grid. Okay. So I need to run cable from here and connect it up. Now, I don't know exactly how this is going to work. I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around with this a little bit. And then I'm going to see what I can come up with. Ooh. It's not generating much power at all. Can we go a little farther? All right, cool. Not that we're storing any power because, you know, we don't have any more batteries. So I really probably should set up the electronic thing. I need to move some stuff. Okay, I got stuff to do. Okay. So I wasn't doing anything and all that swirly stuff started going on. I did have that on, I guess, but there's no battery in it. Oh, you know what? Yep, there used to be ice there. I don't know why, but the ice keeps being used up for some reason, though I do think somebody in the comments of the last episode mentioned something about, if they get heated, they get consumed kind of thing, turn into oxygen, whatever. So I have my electronic printer thing set up here, and I was going through some of the recipes. So I think my first step with this might end up being another solar panel. That's solar control, because that would give us more power. I was gonna do... Well, what is this? Battery. 1 gold. Oh no, 20 gold, 20 copper, 20 steel. See, it's getting into steel, and I don't think I can make that yet. I need a different... I think I need a furnace for that. I passed solar panel, didn't I? There we go. So we're going to leave it on that. Solar panels actually aren't that bad. It's 10 iron, 5 gold, 20 copper, so we can find that probably. This is actually a really cool thing too, because as opposed to the charger, which is just drawing power, this actually lets you do things off of the battery, and then when you're not doing things, the battery gets charged. So as somebody told me in the last video, was they're kind of cool because they can basically be used as a buffer. So that's kind of neat. And I haven't been paying attention to this enough. I really want to automate this thing. Yeah, that'll be good. And as for the airlock, now I know, I'm sure a lot of you are probably going, don't do that yet, you're not there yet. Well, there's a couple things that is explained to me. One, this is my actual air tank and CO2 tank over here. Now, I don't think the CO2 does anything for me at the moment. I don't know. But as far as our air tank goes, apparently, if I put that in my hand and plugged it into here and then probably turned this valve on, maybe? I don't know if I have to do that or not. The canister would refill. So that's currently how we would refill our air tank. But that's limited. I don't know how long that'll last. So from the airlock point of view, I'm guessing almost this entire chest is required for the airlock, because we have a console kit. I don't know if the sensor is necessary or not, but we have a vent, a data disk, an airlock control circuit board, 2 kits, 20 pipes, and 2 valves. Now here's my only thing. I don't know where the air would be coming from. That's the only reason I'm not actually taking more of an endeavor to build this. And as much as I want to try and do it myself, I might actually Google it and look up to see what the actual process is supposed to be. Because until I come up with something else, I'm just not seeing where the actual air is coming from. Even if it was like, well, you had to put the ice volatiles or the oxides or something in, well, where do I put them? Do you put them in here? Do you put them in, like, I don't know where they go. But from what I can gather so far, and you guys can let me know how I'm doing, you have a vent, and when you put the vent down, there's a pipe. Well, we have pipes. So when you put the pipe down, it fits in there, right? Done. And then there's a valve. And when you put the valve there, go figure, there's a valve. See where this is going. Valve on, valve off. What is this for, though? Active vent on, sent inward, sent outward. Oh, okay, so one would be your depressurized, one would be your pressurized. And then there's a vent slot, which I'm guessing this goes in there, like so. I don't know what it does yet. I don't know if I can put this in here. I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute. Circuit board. All right, hold on. I could probably put that in my tablet. Could I not? I believe I can. Huh? No? Maybe? Oops. Wrong buttons. Dag. Nabbit. Well, it's not let me put it in there, and it does look like it's a different actual thing. Okay, so that might not be how that works. So these do look like smaller things. So what we're gonna do... Nope, wrong button. It's probably for this. The console. And then you probably take this. Yep. Okay, so then that goes in there. Currently flashing an error, obviously, because it's not done right. But that's kind of what I'm guessing is the way that you do that type of thing. Is something like that. But like I said, I'm still kind of lost on, uh-oh, how do I get this valve? Or this pipe back? I hope I didn't just screw something up. Tool belt. Maybe grinder? I mean, it is a little bit heftier. Oh, do I have to turn it on? No? Well, that's not good. Okay. Oh, okay, use a wrench. Weird. So yeah, that's kind of how I see that going. The only thing is, I'm sure I'm not doing it correctly yet because, yeah, it's not working. So, like I said, in the interest of just getting things done correctly and not wasting a bunch of time, I may actually Google search how to properly set up the airlock for this, and see. I'm either going to come back and kind of set it up, or I'm going to not have it done at all. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. We do have an basically, if that doesn't work, if I look at it and it's too complicated for us at the moment, or I don't have what I need to actually sustain it, which is also an issue, then my goal is probably going to be to go get some more copper and then build another solar panel, I think. Because I think we have everything else that we need on this. Nope, I need more gold. Okay, so gold and copper. I have plenty of iron. I'm not worried about that. We've got 40, 50, 10, 20. There's like a bunch over here that I smelted up. Again, don't know why I can't put them all in one thing. So let me work on that for a minute. I will be back momentarily. Okay, so I believe I have everything that I need. I did a little bit, well, I did a lot, actually, of off-camera work. I went and did some resource gathering, and I got a lot more materials and more copper and gold and such. I also made a, what is this called? Hydraulic pipe bender, because a couple of the tutorials that I saw, it was kind of one of those you can do it a couple different ways, but the one that I saw that I liked the most involved a gas storage tank and another canister tank. So we're going to do it that way for kind of the completionist's sake. And I thought I had gotten rid of all this, but I guess I had not. So we actually don't need these iron walls here anymore because I did a frame. I did iron frames all around here. And let's see, is it the grinder? Yeah. Okay, so then that gets rid of the walls. We'll pick these up. And we'll put these back over here. We shouldn't need those, I don't think. I have these welded up to a first level. Once we get everything done, I might do another level. And in the interest of time, since we're already 22 minutes in, or give or take around there according to my stopwatch, I might do a little bit of this as like segmented as far as stage 1, stage 2, and just kind of explain how this works for those of you that may not know. If you know, you can probably correct me on what I did wrong. But I think we're going to do it that way, so let's do that. I will work on the wiring part, but this is the basic setup, and you need the frames to be somewhat wired up, because, like it says, placement is only allowed on iron frames and frame structures directly. If these are upgraded, they allow for better placement. When I try and put them on these iron walls, it doesn't do anything. Actually, one thing I'm concerned about is I don't know if the iron walls are airtight or not. And if they're not, this isn't really going to do much of anything, and we're going to be in a bit of a pickle. But we'll tackle that bridge when we get there. Okay, so as far as I know, this is kind of the basic setup. So what we have here is we have a console here. We have a power controller here, which, let me go ahead and open the cover for that. Yeah, that's fine. And the power input, I believe, is down here. The output's up there. The input's over here for this. And what I didn't know until I watched a couple of the videos online is that you can actually go into these frames, into these walls, which is really, really useful. Now, we don't have a whole lot of cable, but I do have some more copper in our auto lathe here. So we can make more if we need to, if we run out. And I've got some more copper over here. So we should be good on wiring, but I wanted to have the kind of the setup. Now, this is what I think the setup is. I don't know for sure, and it's important to make sure that your power and all that good stuff is pointed in here. So, like I said, this is the step one kind of thing. You need this is how I was told. I don't know if you actually need all this stuff, but this is how I was shown to do it through tutorials and videos. So we have a power controller, we have the console, we have the vent, which does, I showed before, have the pipe output on the top. And then we have the gas canister over here. So what I'm going to do is start loading up some of this stuff. And I apologize if I'm going a little quick, but I kind of want to do this relatively quickly so that our episode doesn't get too crazy long. So we'll put the gas canister in there. We'll take the airlock control circuit board, which I realize the things for the tablets are called like a cartridge. And the... where's my glass? There's glass. And the circuit boards are for the consoles. So then we put a glass panel over that. And the... oh, and there's one more thing for that, which is the data disk. Now, how all this stuff works, I don't actually know. I get the controller and the circuit board. The data disk, though, I don't know if that's to save a program, if it's required to run. I don't really know how that works. Okay, so pretty much, if I did this correctly... oh, there is one more thing. Crap, I forgot about this. You need the sensor, and we need to set it to a gas sensor. And we need to put that there. I think that's right. I've heard some different things about where the sensor's supposed to go, depending on how you want it to work, but I think that will work for us. So, with that in mind, I believe at this point that all we really need to do is to wire everything up and pipe everything up. So, kind of first things first, I suppose. Actually, give me this back. I'm going to need to probably cut a wire. Let's cut this one. It'll minimize what I end up having to do. And we'll make this a T-junction. Like so. And I probably am going to have to make more, just because I obviously don't have very much cable left. So we'll put that there. I will actually be very impressed if I manage to wire this up without any extra cable, because, yeah. I don't even think it's possible, actually. So that's the first part. Now for this part, I'm going to get a little creative and compactory, if that's even a word. Let's see, that's a corner. I want a junction, I guess, is what I refer to as a T. So we're going to put a junction there, because that'll power both of those. Now, this is going to be the tricky part, is getting that to work. Alright, well, my plan here is to do one like that, run these behind each other. Crap. Actually, I need this to be a four-way junction. Now that I think about it. How do I get two back from that? That's interesting. Well... is there a 5? Because I want one to go into the back, because that's going to be the input. But then I might have to use a 6-way. And why is that not working? Oh, I need more cable. Oh, okay. So it requires more cable to do it that way. I gotcha. I could, I suppose, do a... well, no. I think the most... well, I don't like the 6-way thing, because then I'm just going to have like a little junction thing pointing out, which is kind of dumb. I tell you what we'll do. We will do a 3, I think, but it'll be a different direction. I might have to put it... oh, no, we'll do a corner here. Yeah, we'll do a corner there, and then we'll run the cable through to there, and then on this part we'll run a T, on this part we'll run down and connect these two up, and then we'll run pipes over the top. So let me go ahead and make some more cables, and get that out of the way. Okay, so I think I got it all squared away. Now, one note I needed to make is I did end up, after building this, using the crowbar and pulling the iron plate back, or not the crowbar, the wrench for some weird reason. And I had to pull the plates back off in order to do all the wiring internally, but it should end up being okay. So yeah, this is kind of how I ended up setting it up on the back side here. So we've got the power going in to all these different things. And then over here, I ran the cabling along here to go to the doors and stuff. And you can see that with the power on, we have the close buttons and stuff. Now, I don't have a battery backup over here, so I think that's why that light's red. And if we turn this on... Oh, that was the other step that I wanted to do, was the labeler. I never knew how this worked. Cannot interact with the device. Oh, yeah. Everything has to be turned on. So let's do airlock interior. And this isn't, I guess, necessary, but it's kind of important. Exterior. Because it basically allows the controller to kind of identify what you're looking for. So let's see, airlock interior we want to mark, exterior we want to mark. I have 2 power controllers, so I might need to label these. I didn't think about that. Rename, let's do airlock power controller, or control, that's fine. And then this one will label as base, I think. Let's try that. Base power control. Let's do it that way. Because again, I don't think it's really crazy useful otherwise. Okay, it's not... Let me turn this off and turn it back on again. It just says area power control. Anyways, we need the vent, need the sensor. Or maybe just mark that, because it may be the only thing on this grid. Now that I'm looking at it. Jetpack, I want to see mode open, close. So I think this is set up. I think. So I should be able to pull that, and now it says cycle interior emergency override. That's good. That's a good sign. Okay. Oh, and it closed on me. Well, that's both good and bad. Let's see here. I want to force the... Wait, unable to force open door. Bolts are locked? Is that what it says? I can't read that. Yeah, bolts are locked. Can we turn this off, maybe? Well, that's not good. Well, that's not good. Can I still walk through here, or is there too much crap? I think there's too much crap. Huh. Well, I can do this one, I suppose. And that'll let us out. Whew, that was close. So what I want to do is I need to actually... Well, first of all, I need to adjust this. Nope, downward. So we can get some more power, and we're not running off of pure battery at the moment, for no random reason. Is that too far? No, that'll be fine. So what I'm thinking is I probably need to actually weld all of this up. Kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking. So, but I have to do it in the right order, aka this has to be last. Because if I don't do it that way, I'm going to be stuck. So let's weld that up. I'm saying this because I believe it said that they have to be at a level 2 to be airtight. And it just makes sense that if you're going to be doing an airlock, it would need to be airtight. So if this doesn't work, we can always pry it back open and go out this way on our right. But I'm hoping it'll work. Okay. So we got that. We got that. We got that. Now, the other thing that we need to do, and it looks like we have enough power to do it, is we need to actually kind of pressurize this room. And that's the one part I was seeing a lot of people online talk about that, you know, they were forgetting or didn't think about. So we're going to try that. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. But we're going to put this stuff, and see, it's actually already being consumed, so it's already kind of filling up the room. Because I guess the temperature is hot enough already. I was thinking I was going to throw it in the furnace. So if we turn this on, I think this is supposed to show the pressure? I'm not really sure how this works. I'm going to be honest, because I don't know. Oh, our external pressure up at the top. It is actually showing 18 kPa. So I guess we need it to be up to like 50, maybe? Well, I don't know, actually. I don't know what it needs to be. Do I have any more? I think all of that got, like, used up into the room kind of thing beforehand. I don't know if I can turn these guys on. Portable air conditioner pressure. Set hot. Set cold. So I guess this is set to cold, this is set to hot. Yeah, that would make sense. Air scrubber. So here's a fun idea. Let's actually take our helmet off and see what happens. Is it the I key? I thought it was the I key. No? Oh, it's locked. Okay.
Low pressure.
Okay, so it's low pressure, but it's not unlivable pressure, essentially, is what they're telling me. So basically I need more oxides, I think. So let's see what happens if we cycle this. Oh, it can't cycle. Okay, that's not... It can't cycle... There we go. I was going to say it can't cycle because there's no air in here. So, cannot interact as it is currently locked. Why is it locked? I don't remember locking you. I don't know why this is locked. So there are still things I do not understand, basically, is what I'm getting from this. Can I crowbar you? No? Can I screwdriver you? Why is this locked? I don't get it. I mean, I would get the airlock thing, but why is the vent locked? Cannot interact as it is currently locked. That's all it says. It doesn't tell me why it's locked or how to unlock it. It just says it's locked. Unless it's from this. Oh, maybe that's what it is. So, my theory. I don't know this to be correct. But my theory is that, and you guys can let me know in the comments, we're probably going to wrap this episode up here without actual confirmation. But my theory is that if we can get this room pressurized, then when I cycle that, it will pull that into the gas can? I'm guessing? For when you leave, and then when you come back in, it'll pull whatever's stored in the gas can. So that might be what's happening right now, actually, is it may be taking all of this air and sealing it in there? Like it's storing it into the tank? I don't know. That's my guess. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what I did wrong, because I no doubt did something wrong. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for us for this episode. Let me know what you guys think. In the meantime, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.